Rachel Maddow is a progressive media warrior, like Stephanie Miller and Randy Rhodes, two women who were forced out of major media markets by Sinclair Media Group. Rachel Maddow goes out over the airwaves daily and delivers progressive political analysis. Rachel Maddow is fearless in bringing all of her critical ability, her political acumen, and her articulate intellectual style to unashamedly push the progressive point of view out into the media ecosystem, out into public discourse. And just recently, Rachel went beyond the US and into Great Britain to tell it like it is. I'm going to show the clip of Rachel Maddow on Sky News program The World with Richard Engel and Yalda Hakim. But first, why did they want Rachel Maddow to begin with? Engel and Hakim's show wanted someone to speak about what to expect from Trump 2.0, and they wanted someone who would speak with courage and without restraint. They know the American media has been sane-washing Trump throughout the campaign, and they wanted the truth instead. They wanted someone fearless. So it's no surprise they went with Maddow instead of her fellow MSNBC hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, who went on bended knee and without shame to interview Trump post-election and humiliated themselves in the process. Joe and Mika provided a vivid example of obeying in advance. They did exactly what Timothy Snyder warned about in his book On Tyranny. Do not obey in advance. Most of the power of authoritarianism is freely given. In times like these, individuals think ahead about what a more repressive government will want and then offer themselves without being asked. A citizen who adapts in this way is teaching power what it can do. Rachel Maddow went on The World because she's just the opposite. As opposed to fealty, Maddow consistently defies immoral authority. Before I show her giving a stark warning about what's to come, watch her courageously try revealing to the world the breaking news that the Trump administration is removing children from their parents at the border and locking them up in Texas.
The AP has just broken some new news. This has just come out from the Associated Press. This is incredible. Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children. Oh, hold on. To at least 3. Can we put up the graphic of this? Thank you. Do we have it? No. 3 tender age shelters in South Texas.
The news she was just handed was so immoral, so depraved, she couldn't even deliver it, but she tried. She refused to back down. So now, watch her give an unvarnished assessment of what Trump 2.0 is going to be like.
I expect that it will be mass deportations. It will be millions of people in camps managed by the U.S. military. I expect it will be military raids in civilian areas to try to take on this extreme anti-immigrant agenda, which I think he means every word of. I think that it's the end of American participation in NATO in any meaningful sense. I think it's really, really bad news for Ukraine. I think ultimately it's bad news for Taiwan. I think that it is a big, big leap toward the multipolar world that Vladimir Putin has been dreaming of and preaching for a long time. And I think internally in the United States, they will start arresting their enemies and bringing bogus prosecutions and Justice Department civil lawsuits against everybody who disagrees with them. I think all of that's going to happen.
Oh, my God. You're anticipating the end of America as people know it.
And that is Rachel Maddow at work. Both Hakim and Engel are speechless until Engel can finally say it. That's the end of America as people know it. And yes, that is what she is saying. Because yes, that is what Trump 2.0 and Project 2025 is all about. Ending America as we know it. Since the Reagan presidency in the 80s and then the rise of Newt Gingrich and Fox News in the 90s, The American people have been fed an unending stream of information that liberals are to blame for everything. Gingrich and Fox added to that idea that liberals are also evil incarnate. So now, according to right-wing simps like Tucker Carlson, even Reagan's nemesis, Russia, is not as evil as liberals. Putin can bomb children's cancer hospitals in the Ukraine, but do you know who the real enemy is? Liberals. Maddow knows better than anyone that the Republican establishment has lost power to QAnon-addicted MAGA, who will cheer loudly for mass deportations, weaponizing the Justice Department, political purges, and the control of the world by Russia and China, because they are so ignorant that they can't see how it impacts them. And all the while, America will be ruled by a billionaire oligarchy. Rachel Maddow not only has the courage to speak that truth, but to fight against it every chance she gets. And now that Jack Smith has betrayed the American people, has folded like a deck of cards in front of the upcoming Trump administration, we need to be like Rachel Maddow. We need to fight every day. We need to resist at every opportunity we get. There are no heroes coming to save us. We need to be the ones that save this democracy. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.